amateurs happily use HF frequency to communicate with friends all over the world. And we all may know that HF frequency uses Sky Wave Propagation. And we all may also know that HF frequency is known as the Decameter Band. But today's video is not all about HF frequencies. It's little about HF frequencies and more about the history of Sky Wave Propagation. There is a reason. In the year of 1921, this propagation was discovered by some amateur radio operators. When we Indians are celebrating the 100 years of the amateur radio Callsign 2JK, amateurs throughout the world should celebrate the 100 years of discovery of Sky Wave Propagation. This fact is not known to all, so Team Oscar is here to let you all know about this interesting fact. Hello everyone, this is Aishi and you are watching Oscar. So let's get started.
My friend. All the best and catch you later, and good health to you and good to you. Papa Alpha 5 Victor Lima, Victor Kilo 2 Bravo Yankee 73. Your 9, Otto Alpha Lima, Romeo 9, Honolulu, America Lima. Okay, come again, Radio 9 Hotel, Radio 9 Hotel again.
First, let me tell you about what is HF frequency. High frequency or HF is the ITU designated range of electromagnetic waves, radio waves between 3 and 30 MHz. It is also known as the Decameter Band as the wavelengths range from 1 to 10 decameters, 10 to 100 meters. The HF band is a major part of shortwave band of frequencies, so communication at these frequencies is often called shortwave radio. Radio waves in this frequency are reflected back to the earth by the ionosphere using SKIP or Sky Wave Propagation. These frequencies are used for long distance communication at intercontinental distances. This band is used by international shortwave broadcasting stations, aviation communication, government time stations, weather stations, amateur radio and citizen services among other uses. Now we should know the history of Sky Wave Propagation. Amateur radio operators are credited with the discovery of Sky Wave Propagation on shortwave bands. Early long-distance services use surface wave propagation at very low frequencies which are attenuated along the path. Longer distances and higher frequencies using this method meant more signal attenuation. This and the difficulties of generating and detecting higher frequencies led to the discovery of shortwave radios. Radio amateurs conducted the first successful transatlantic tests in December 1921, operating in the 200-meter medium wave band, the shortest wavelength then available to amateurs. After that year, in 1922, hundreds of North American signals were heard in Europe at 200 meters and at least 30 North American signals were heard from Europe. The first two-way communications between North American and Hawaiian amateurs began in 1922 at 200 meters, which was technically illegal. Amateurs began to experiment with these wavelengths using the newly available vacuum tubes shortly available after World War I. Extreme interference at the upper edge of the 150 to 200 meter band, the official wavelengths allocated to amateurs by the Second National Radio Conference in 1923, forced amateurs to shift to shorter and shorter wavelengths. However, amateurs were limited by regulation to wavelengths longer than 150 meters, 2 MHz. A few fortunate amateurs who obtained special permission for experimental communications below 150 meters completed hundreds of long-distance two-way contacts on 100 meters, 3 MHz in 1923, including the first transatlantic two-way contacts in November 1923 on 110 meters, 2.72 MHz. By 1924, many additional, specially licensed amateurs were routinely making transoceanic contacts at the distances of 6,000 miles, 9,600 kilometers and more. On 21st September, several amateurs in California completed two-way contacts with an amateur in New Zealand. On October 10th, the Third National Radio Conference made 3 shortwave bands available to US amateurs at 80 meters, 3.75 MHz, at 40 meters, 7 MHz and at 20 meters, 14 MHz. These were allocated worldwide while the 10-meter band 28 MHz was created by the Washington International Radio Telegraph Conference on 25th November 1927. The 15-meter band 21 MHz was opened to the amateur radio operators in the United States on 1st May 1952. Throughout this December, Team Oscar is celebrating the 100 years of discovery of skywave propagation. We have received the special call sign AT2SWP Alpha Tango 2 Sierra Whiskey Papa, which stands for skywave propagation, to remark this centenary of discovery of skywave propagation. That's it for today. If you find this video useful and interesting, then do share with your friends and family and also make a comment. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy, wear a mask, use sanitizer.